I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. This is Implications, part 4 of a 4-part series. To sum up recap, the first 3 parts, in 1857, the Supreme Court gave us the Dred Scott decision in which they said that citizenship is for white Americans only. And that decision has never been overturned. It's only been rendered moot by the 13th and 14th Amendments. There's still a lot of Republicans out there who believe in that decision and think it should be enforced. Donald Trump's call for an end to birthright citizenship, it's a red herring. It's not about immigration. It's about convincing you and I that we need to amend the Constitution to do it. And we'll never get the Congress, we'll never get 2/3 of each houses to agree to amend the Constitution to get rid of the 14th Amendment. So we'll just have to have a constitutional convention, right? Well, that's a stated goal of the Heritage Foundation. In fact, in the last 10 years, they've participated in 2 mock conventions. And they have 19 states officially on board to call for it. So what are these implications? Think about Donald Trump's famous Bible. It's got the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution in it, with a little quirk. It doesn't have the 11 through 27 amendments of the Constitution, which means it doesn't have the 13th and 14th Amendments, which means it doesn't have recognition of a woman's right to vote. It doesn't have presidential term limits. It doesn't have direct election of our senators. And it doesn't have several other things too. If they succeed in calling for a constitutional convention, the Republicans will severely outnumber the Democrats. And the Democrats won't be able to stop anything. The Christian nationalist agenda will be on the table. And they can get rid of any amendment, which means they can get rid of the Second Amendment too. Are you listening, Second Amendment folks? In the mock conventions that I told you they've already participated in, this is just some of the things that they've done in those conventions. They changed the Constitution so the Supreme Court will always have 9 and only 9 justices. They changed the tax law so that rich people won't have to pay any taxes. They did away with the federal government's ability to regulate commerce. There were no federal departments to regulate business, no federal means of protecting the environment, no guardrails on the safety of our food and our water and our medicines. They gave federal lands back to the states and opened the doors for mining and drilling. They also took away presidential term limits. They changed how we elect our president, and they imposed term limits on Congress and took away our ability to directly elect our senators. Those are just some of the things they did. There's so much more, but it can all be summed up pretty easily. They want an extremely powerful president with no term limits. They want a weak Congress that can't oppose it. And they want a weak election system so that you and I, so that we, the people, cannot depose him at the ballot box. The birthright citizenship call is a means to realize their dream of a Christo-fascist nation in which only white people have any rights. For you Second Amendment folks, this kind of government doesn't want its citizens to be armed. The Second Amendment will be gone too. This is why all of you who choose no party or a minor third party like the Greens, for now, you need to set all of that aside. There are 2 major parties in America, and they are not the same. Now is not the time to be neutral or to rebel against both parties because they are not the same. One of them wants to radically transform our government so that it only cares and serves the rich and the white. The other one is the opposition. Join the Democratic Party because there is no middle ground. There's only the alternative. Good day.